If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions.
must win this one for me, my champion.
Foolish Maven, come to feed me, champion. Hunger. Feast. Obliterate. Hunger without end. Not be denied. Feast. Obliterate. The pain never ends.
You did well.
the Elder.
Feel the thrill of
Everlasting fire.
The build concept is stacking as much of int as you can and negative lightning resistance. Do not get positive lightning resist on this build, as you will just lower your damage. For the bandits, we're choosing to kill them all. Our ascendancy point goes normal, cruel, merciless, eternal. For our helmet, we're looking for a hunter influence with int, increase int, any resistance that you can get. Doryani's prototype is a must-have item as we were building around this item. For our bed slot, we're looking for a synthesized base with increased int and int resistance. In our rings, we're looking for int and as much as you can of resistance that goes fire and cold. Do not get lightning unless you can change it with a harvest, and an open prefix will be nice for the mana cost skills. On our amulet, we're looking for int, increase damage per int, and any resistance that you can get. And the Tribal Fury anointment is a mandatory. This is the best amulet for this build. For gloves, we're looking for a Shaper Touch with implicit for maximum frenzy charges. For our boots, we're looking for Storm Rider's boots with int resistance. Hand of the Wisdom in action is a mandatory item as it is a very crucial item in our build. For our shield, we're using Aegis Aurora as it is one of the best shields that we can get on this build. Here's the gem setup for our weapon. Cast the wound damage taken, punishment, and Vile Molten Shower. Here's the gem setup for our shield. It's Reckoning, Dash, Second Wind. You can replace Dash with Whirlwind Blade, faster attack if you like. Here's the gem setup for our helmet. We're using Enlighten, Tempest Shield, Graced, Divergent Vitality, or we can swap Vitality for Precision. Here's the gem setup for our Doryanis. It's Divergent Flicker Strike, Fortify, Multi-Strike, Damage on Full Life, Elemental Focus, Divergent Melee Splash, and when you're fighting bigger bosses like Sirius, you're just gonna swap the Melee Splash for elemental damage with attacks. Here's the gem setup for our gloves. Enlighten level 3, Wrath, Discipline, Defiance Banner. Here's the gem setup for our boots. It's multiple totems, Protector, War Chief, Calling Strike. So most likely you're gonna be wondering, how do we get a leech on this build? The simple solution is socketing a Thread of Hope, large one over here, and getting the mana node. So for our life leech there are two possibilities. The first possibility is getting a Watcher's Eye that has a lightning damage leech as energy shield, but the discipline mod is mandatory, it takes priority. The second possibility is getting a large cluster jewel with the passive Feed the Fury, and this will give us a life leech from our attacks, and then you have to put a point in the Ghost River. Here's some problems with the build. Generating frenzy charges on the bosses sometimes might be really tricky because we might be very unlucky to getting our proc on the bosses. The stun avoidance sometimes might be tricky, so getting a Flask would avoid stun and having a Brine King and maybe getting some implicit on your jewels to avoid the stuns, it might be very desirable. Bosses like Baran are kinda impossible to do cause the blue rune that the Baran leaves on the floor will instantly kill you. The same thing is with the Shaper. As soon as he does the beam and you're gonna be flicker striking around him, you will die cause most likely you're just gonna flicker strike inside the beam. Lightning damage over time is a problem for us since we have a negative lightning resistance and our armor won't help us so much. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video.